Hi guys!
Tsukihime.
We're doing Ciel
Route.
We're starting it today.
We're starting. It's gonna be crazy. I still need to edit the Bad episode.
Yeah.
At the time we're recording this. You just click new game. And then you're just gonna skip. Skip. Okay. I'm curious, I'll go take a look. Is what we're gonna do this time.
Alright. The source of the noise soon becomes apparent as I walk towards the courtyard. A female student is crouching in the middle of the tree-lined path, working with a hammer and nails. What is she doing? There are only a few minutes left until homeroom. Maybe she doesn't have a watch. At the moment, that's the best I can come up with. Still, to notice and then just ignore her would be somewhat cruel. I approach her unhurriedly, trying not to surprise her, and speak. Hey, homeroom is starting soon. Huh? The squatting girl raises her face. The ribbon on her uniform displays the color of a third year. The older student looks at me while holding her hammer. Her gaze through those glasses is so direct I feel like I'm being pulled in. Her serious eyes make me want to apologize for bothering her. The splint she was facing is rotten beyond use.
Ciel!
Ciel!
You can see why I told you to wait for this to tell her out, but...
Yeah. Come to think of it, our school's rear courtyard is in a terrible state of disrepair. The splints are neglected and the flower beds untended. Apparently, the teachers intend for the students to conduct a big cleanup at the end of the year, so the maintenance men have done nothing since summer. I take in the situation with a single glance. The girl with the hammer is repairing the broken down splints, paying no mind to the fact that her tidy uniform... I can't speak today! What the fuck?
Know what might help, Dawson?
What?
Before we record episodes... not today, obviously, because we've already started recording. Before we record episodes, doing tongue twisters. Doing tongue twisters, I think, will help you read better.
Interesting.
I think it does.
Paying no mind to the fact that her tidy uniform is being dirtied. She has sweat on her brow, and it looks like she had been swinging her hammer in a most serious manner. But as far as I know, there's nobody in charge of repairing public property at the school. What is it? The older student asks, adjusting her crooked glasses. It's nothing. I was just wondering what you were doing. As you can see, I'm in the middle of fixing the splints. Yeah, I can see that. It's not what I meant. I was wondering why you're doing something like this. Won't the maintenance people take care of it anyway? Haha. The older student laughs to hide her embarrassment. I'm the kind of person who can't stand seeing a mess like this. I just can't leave them alone. It seems as though she is repairing the splints because she just couldn't let them stay that way. What an odd senpai. That's why you're fixing it on your own? If you don't like them best, why not just avoid coming here? Well, my classroom is over there. Senpai points at the second floor classroom facing the courtyard. My seat is next to the window, so it's easy for me to see the courtyard. Well, I usually just bear it, but when I took my seat today, I was surprised to see all the splints in this area were broken. Her face clouded, as if to say, isn't that terrible? Apparently she's upset, although she doesn't look seriously angry. You know what they say, strike while the iron's hot and all. Borrowed the tools from the office, and decided to fix them myself. And so the explanation ends. Making a bow, Senpai returns to hammering nails. Alright, I understand all that, but how about we leave it here for now? Homeroom is less than 5 minutes, and if it's this bad, won't the school get around to fixing it pretty soon? No way! Gripping her hammer, the senpai with glasses raises... There's no raising in there! Why did I... I can't...
Senpai with her glasses shakes her head furiously.
Senpai with glasses shakes her head furiously. I won't be able to concentrate with the garden like this, even if I go to class. It'll just sound like nonsense to me, and then the teacher will say, "Hey you, what are you staring at?" I'll get yelled at for sure. Senpai continues to grip the hammer while she emphasizes her point. Well, I suppose the teacher would be upset if you kept looking outside. He would, wouldn't he? That's why I have to do it now. With that, She begins her repairs once again, clumsily.
Clumsily.
Shut up!
Blah! What's my name? Ciel Senpai. It's a good game. Ciel Senpai. Shouldn't have to pay. Yeah. An SSR and a freeway. Monday to Sunday, every single day. All these benefits in my pockets.
They need to make a Tsukihime mobile game.
They already have one. It's called Fate Grand Order. Ciel just got added to Fate Grand Order, actually. The Japanese
Wait,
version.
Is that an actual mobile game?
Fate Grand Order is a mobile game, yes.
What? I thought. Okay.
What?
I never thought they would I never thought they would actually make a mobile game.
Bro, it's how they became a billion-dollar company.
It is? What?
They made it like FGO was like 2015 Japan, 2016 USA. It's one of the biggest mobile games ever.
She's obviously not used to using a hammer. Clank clank rings the hammer as it hits the wood. By the looks of it, there isn't just one or two broken splints. I can't begin to guess how long it will take her to repair all of them on her own. The bell begins to ring. Looks like first period started. I give up, considering things have gotten to this point. I sit down silently and begin to help repairing the splints. Once I began to help, I quickly realized mending them isn't that difficult after all. Although the older student is not used to making repairs, she is quite skillful anyway. She has already gotten the hang of it, and work is proceeding at a brisk pace. Senpai's movements are quick and sharp, and I enjoy watching her. She really is quite clever. Before I know it, there's only one splint left to repair. 30 minutes have passed. I can't stay here any longer, and only one more would be no problem. Well, I'll be going. I stand up and dust off my pants. The student with glasses also stands up and begins to stare at me. What do you think of it? Just who is she? I didn't get any thought because of what I was doing, but when I stopped to consider her, I realized she is quite beautiful. Someone this good-looking would be known by every male student. They would be talking about a third-year beauty. I have to go. Don't work too hard. She gives an obedient nod. Even though she's older than me, it's almost like dealing with someone younger. Thanks for helping me. I'm glad you did. She makes a quick bow. I'll be sure to come to say hello during lunch. Don't forget to wash your hands, Tono. You too. With that, I wave my hand and leave. Wait.
Why are you not saying senpai?
I just don't want to. I mean, why would I need to?
What? Just say it, bro. It's not a big of a deal.
I know. I'm just. Have I met you before? Huh? Have I met you before? Senpai cries out in surprise and mischievously puts on a depressed face. Tono, you forgotten about me? Forgotten? No, I don't think so. If I have ever met a beautiful woman like her, there'd be no way I forget. She looks at me reproachfully. Those eyes, I'm sure I remember from somewhere, don't I? Come to think of it, we had exchanged greetings once or twice before, hadn't we? Ciel, isn't it? Apprehensively, I suggest her name. Yes, and I'm glad you remember. You seem the type to space out and forget. I don't think I space out, but there's nothing I can do about the fact I forgot. See you later then. Sorry for keeping you. Ciel bows again. I watch her go, then start to walk towards the school building. When I reach my class, it's already the break after first period. I slip into the room while everyone's busy talking. My desk is the window seat in the very back row, so I can sneak there without drawing any attention. And then, when attendance is taken in the second period, everyone will probably say, "Hey, when did Tono get here?" It's a strange quirk in an otherwise dull class. But I guess that plan won't work this time. Cheers!
Oh, yo, truant boy. Totally like you to be late.
I sigh.
It's not just
It
so cool.
feels like reality is being hammered back into me after the pleasant time I spent with Senpai. What's with that? Or wait.
What's with that sour face of yours? Being late when I'm actually on time? What do you think you're doing?
Hey, listen, I'm not coming to school for your sake, you know.
What? I'm coming to school for your sake. That's so unfair.
Words fail me. I wonder, like I have many times before, how I ended up knowing this guy. His hair dyed orange, his ears pierced, his vicious glare that screams he will pick a fight with anyone anytime and is wearing of rebellious clothes. Nui Arihiko is the only free-spirited outlaw in our university-oriented high school.
We've been bitter enemies since middle school, right? If you make a carefree face like that in front of your rival, you better be prepared for trouble, and double trouble.
In any case, Arihiko's a loud guy.
Chili dogs.
Yo, morning, Tono. Before I know it,
Yo.
everyone in his class is looking my way and greeting me. Shut up, Arihiko. You're ruining my chance to slip into class unnoticed. And why am I your rival, anyway? There are plenty of other tough guys around, so stop bothering me. Well, he still owes me close to 10,000 yen from middle school, so I guess that does make him my enemy.
Why do you only mean to me, Tono? You're like a saint to everyone else. It's not fair.
What, you just figured that out? Life's not fair.
You really are only mean to me. My chili dogs.
I didn't try particularly hard to be cold to Arihiko. It's just kind of relationship we have. By the way, Arihiko, what's a chronically late night owl who never shows up until second period doing here in homeroom? It's very odd.
I was thinking that too. I guess being at school on time isn't just for when I happen to wake up early.
Well, I won't comment on your hobbies, but what I'm asking is why you woke up early. Why I woke up... Oh, wait.
Why I woke up early? I guess it's because I can't stay out late since all that fuss started. So I actually go to sleep at night now. You've heard stories about those serial killings, haven't you?
Serial killings? I see. Come to think of it, I did hear something like that. I feel a tinge of regret at needing Arihiko to remind me. For the past 2 or 3 days, I have been debating whether or not to return to the Tono household, so I completely lost touch with the news. What was that again? They've given some really nasty name like the freakish serial killings or something.
There's more to it. So far, all the victims have been young girls. The 8th victim was only 2 days ago. And to top it all off, they were all... Wait, what happened to them again?
Arihiko tilts his head in contemplation. I'm an idiot.
Deja vu.
Yeah, or wait.
Yeah, I remember now. All the victims had cross-shaped slashes on their throats.
No, Nui-kun. Everyone who was killed lost a lot of blood. Oh.
Oh yeah, that was it. They said it's some kind of modern-day vampire or something.
Yeah. You sure know a lot about this, Yumizuka. Not really. It's happening in this town, so it's in the news. You'd remember even if you didn't want it to. I see. I thought it was happening in a neighboring town, but I guess it moved down here. Well, or wait.
Oh, well, anyways, that's what's happened. Even I wouldn't be going on the streets at night with this killer walking around.
That's why I've been
That's why I've been waking up at 7 lately.
What? That's it? Having a good reason doesn't make a good story. Where's the fun in that? I sit down while dealing with Arihiko. Man, you're oh, wait. That's you.
Man, you're cold. What, did you collapse from anemia already this morning?
I'm alright, thanks for asking. If I was anemic 24 hours a day, I'd be dead by now.
Yeah, you're right. If you say you're okay, then I guess you're okay.
The bell rings while we're talking. Hey, class is about to begin. Hurry up and get back to your seat. It's you!
Oh, yeah, alright. Oh, by the way, we'll have lunch in the cafeteria instead of the roof. I've invited a special guest, so look forward to it.
With a scheming laugh, Arihiko returns to his seat. See you later, Tono. Yeah. Sorry for keeping you, Yumizuka. Her light footsteps tap across the floor as he returns to her desk. But, still a mystery to me why she joined our conversation. She's just a classmate.
Okay,
It's lunchtime. Now then, where should I eat lunch?
You're gonna go out into the hallway and think about it like you did last time.
Okay.
And then you should get a steam skip. Or not.
During lunchtime, the hall is packed. Students head to the cafeteria or to their favorite places, lunches in hand. Caught in the flow of people, I contemplate whether I should go to the cafeteria or the store. I'm somewhat taken aback at my own leisure. If I have time to waste, it better to go to the cafeteria where Arihiko is. I begin walking towards the cafeteria. On the way there, a familiar face waves and runs up to me. Thank goodness. I've been looking for you, Tono. Oh, Ciel. Hello. I feel embarrassed for some reason. I return her unusual greeting. Yes, hello. Well, we've already met once today, so I guess it's not proper to say hello. A small smile floats onto Senpai's face as if she found something amusing. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. I avert my eyes and give a lukewarm reply, becoming increasingly embarrassed. I wonder, should I be used to speaking Senpai like this, but for some reason, I'm getting embarrassed. Tono? Do you have some urgent business? You seem a bit unsettled. No, nothing like that. I don't, but for some reason her every move feels unfamiliar. I can't calm down. It's nothing. More importantly, somebody said you were looking for me. Did you need me for something? Well, I wanted to thank you for this morning, so I was looking for you. For this morning? You mean in the courtyard? Of course. Sorry to ask, but are you going to have lunch? Yeah, but... Well, I mean... People usually eat lunch at lunchtime.
People usually eat lunch at lunchtime, Dawson. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
That's when people usually eat lunch.
Yeah, that's the time that people usually eat. I'll treat you as thanks for this morning. Let's go to the cafeteria. Senpai smiles. Grabbing my wrist, she starts to walk. It's strange enough for a third year like Senpai to walk down the second year hall, but this attracts even more attention. The gazes of the students in the hall fall upon Senpai and me, and a murmur of conversation starts. Wait just a second. It's alright, you don't have to. I quickly shake her off my arm. I only did what I did on this morning on a whim. There's no need for you to thank me. I draw back from Senpai.
The ripple effect's already happening.
There's no need to be so reserved. Work should be rewarded, so please let me treat you. Senpai grabs a hold of my arm again. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I just couldn't say that I'm embarrassed to be with her because we stand out so much. Come on, there won't be any seats left if we don't hurry. I'll listen to the details after we get to the cafeteria. Senpai starts walking, pulling my arm with a tug. Any further questions would bring me stares from the people around us in the hall. I don't know what Senpai's planning, but I peacefully accompany her to the cafeteria. Almost all the seats in the cafeteria are taken. I had spent about 10 minutes in the hallway, first spaced out, then talking with Senpai. So empty cafeteria seats are pretty much non-existent. I'll stand in line, Tono, so please go get some seats. Is there any food you don't like? If there is, now's the time let me know. No, there isn't. I'm not picky with food. Very well, I won't take long. Senpai lines up with everyone else. It seems my only choice is to obediently accept that she'll be treating me. But there aren't any seats left. I look around the bustling cafeteria. You can't find even 2 seats at this hour, let alone 2 seats together there. I sigh. There are plain as day is not a table with only 2, not 3, but 4 unoccupied seats. There's only one student sitting at the table, and it seems he's noticed me while I was looking around for a seat. Yo, Tono!
Yo, Tono!
The student vigorously waving his hand as my dear classmate with the dyed orange hair. My head hurts, but there isn't anywhere else to sit. I have no choice but to return the wave and walk towards the table where my friend is sitting.
You're late! I told you to hurry because I've invited a special guest today. What the hell have you been up to?
Arihiko begins to complain as soon as we are face to face. Yeah, I kind of think you did. So who is it? About that. She promised me yesterday she'd come, but she declined this morning. She said she has someone he wanted to thank or something, so she'd be busy this lunchtime. Arihiko sighs as wait. That was you!
Oh, about that. She promised me yesterday she'd come, but she declined this morning. She said she has someone she wanted to thank or something, so she'd be busy this lunchtime.
Arihiko sighs as he eats his chikaro udon. Someone she wanted to thank? Those words catch my attention. Arihiko, that special guest wouldn't happen to be a third-year student, would she? Whoa.
Whoa!
Rather energetic girl wearing glasses?
Whoa!
Arihiko begins quivering. The students at the tables around us stand up as if to make a fast escape.
Are you psychic?
Arihiko points at me fearfully. No, that means I'm psychic. Sorry to keep you waiting. Good you found a seat, Tono. There. Senpai arrives with a smile carrying a silver tray. Huh? Arihiko's eyes are wide open in surprise. Huh? Inui-kun? What a coincidence! Still smiling, Senpai takes her seat. Arihiko gives a choked response. Here you go, Tono. Please, eat until you're full. Even after all this time, I still can't shake off her smile. Alright. In that case, thanks for the food. Taking Arihiko's dumbfounded stare in stride, I sit down. Senpai sits in front of me while Arihiko sits beside me.
Itadakimasu.
What does that mean?
Thanks for the food. They say it before they eat meals in Japan.
Oh.
Itadakimasu.
Putting my hands together with a clap, I look down the tray Senpai brought. And on the menu is curry rice, and curry udon. I don't get it. Senpai? Yes? What is it, Tono? About this. What's going on? What do you mean? It's lunch, isn't it? What else does it look like? What else do you say? But all I see is curry. Yes, it's curry. The problem is they all look like curry.
Ciel loves curry.
Your boy, so you eat
curry.
I'll just have one, so please take whatever you like. Okay. In that case, I'll take the curry rice and curry udon. Oh. The other choice is hell. Make sure to finish it, Tono. After all, you aren't picky with food, are you? There isn't a shred of antagonism in Senpai's smile, nor is this some kind of joke. She truly had good intentions. Yeah. How do I say that?
Oh my god, lag. Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu? Okay.
Yeah.
I dig into the curry rice.
Oh my god, lag. Holy shit. Why is it...
And then... That's you.
Sorry, I'm having trouble right now, Dawson. Your screen share is lagging awful. Tono-kun!
From beside me came the cry of a dead man being reborn.
Hold on. I'm gonna reload your stream because it's like so laggy. How long are you going to ignore your dear best friend?
Arihiko's elbow sinks into the side of my stomach with a thud. Eh?
Holy shit. Yeah, Dawson, hold on. I'm gonna leave and read.
Oh my god, what is fucking happening with you?
My lag is so bad right now. I don't know why. I just got like a really bad lag spike.
Inui, do you know Tono?
Do I know him? We've been best friends since... Oh my god, it's back. You just keep reading, Dawson. I don't need to read my lines.
Do I know him? We've been best friends since middle school. My best friend hits the table with a bang for emphasis. Really? The person who helped me this morning was Tono. Oh yeah. If you told me his name, I would have brought him here. So, did this guy do something for you? Yes, he helped me fix my splints. Huh? He helped you fix your shin splints? Arihiko frowned suspiciously. Well, I guess you could say you would consider helping someone fix their shin splints a bit odd. No, fixing splints. Please don't make me angry when I am eating. Ciel gets angry. She seems to be someone you can never tire of watching. Fixing the splints? The splints in the courtyard. You were right again? You sure enjoy that kind of thing, Senpai, but you better be off if you gave up. If you keep doing things like that, the teachers will start expecting you to do them. It's alright, I do it because I enjoy it. You shouldn't talk about the teachers like that, you know. They really care about the school. I'm finding it difficult to follow their conversation. Senpai, don't tell me that you normally do that sort of thing. Yeah, didn't you know, Tono? Yo, so handy. They call her the shadow president of the student council. No, I was asking Senpai. Wait, never mind. What on earth is the shadow president? Is she strong?
That
I
sounds
asked in both
badass.
eyes. Yeah, responds Arihiko with an exaggerated nod. She's quite something. Totally unlike the student council, which is the student council in name only. She's a third year who'll stop anything for you if you ask her. Even got a fan club among the first years. And if something happens, the teachers all rely on her. There isn't a single teacher who complains about what Senpai does. Arihiko speaks with pride as if she was actually talking about... Hold on. Okay. Arihiko speaks with pride as if he was actually talking about himself. Wow, Ciel Senpai is sure amazing. Even the teachers will rely on you. I take a look in Senpai impressed. Ah, yes. Thank you. Senpai turns bright red, embarrassed. Senpai turns her curry rice with her spoon. I guess it's to hide her embarrassment, but it reminds me of the enemy I have to face. Curry rice by itself is fine, but after that awaits curry udon. My doctor warned me not to eat too much, but I don't think there's anything else in this situation that I can do. So I start to dig into the rice. Munch munch. Having decided to finish one dish quickly, I direct all my concentration to the rice. Meanwhile, Senpai and Arihiko begin talking about their own homes for some reason. I already know that Arihiko doesn't live with his parents, but it seems Senpai is also living by herself. Apparently, Senpai's apartment is quite close to school. It's roughly between the main street and the park. So, Tono, where do you live? Huh? I silently eat my food when Senpai, appearing at me, asks a completely unrelated question. Where? Why do you ask, Senpai? You already heard where I live, right, Tono? I think it's unfair if I don't know where your house is. Unfair. You worry about the strangest things. It's not strange. If I don't know where you live, I can visit you if something happens, right? I stopped eating the curry rice. I have the feeling that something has been said I should be jubbling about. Visit? You mean come and visit me if I catch a cold or something? No, I wouldn't. I don't have any plans to visit at the moment. Smiling, Senpai replies instantly as if stating the obvious. Seems like the euphoria is premature. Senpai doesn't seem to have any unusual intentions. I see now. That's just the way she is. I guess I'll have to tell you. Yeah, my house is nearby too, only a 40-minute walk. There's a residential district on top of the hill, right? Just go a little further and you're there. Oh yeah, you're moving today, right? Arihiko strikes his hand on the desk. Senpai tilts her head slightly. Moving? Tono, were you a transfer student? Huh? Senpai asks a strange question. Arihiko meets my gaze. Listen, I've been here since the first year. We've known each other since then, right? Why are you asking if I'm a transfer student now? But Tono, you moved yesterday, so moving doesn't automatically make you a transfer student. I'm just changing my address, not my school. Until now, I've been living with some relatives in the neighboring town. I'm just going back to my real home, that's all. Senpai, who wears a look of surprise, seems to understand. I see, you only changed your residence. So, now you live in the outskirts of town. Yeah, it's that colorful place on the top of the hill. I'm moving there today. Could that possibly be the Tono-san mansion? Senpai asked with some hesitation. The western-style house at the top of the hill is probably seen as something special by the residents of this town. I haven't been there for 8 years, but even my memory is the Tono mansion was ridiculously large. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's the right place for me either, but it's too late now. It's too late now that I'm done moving. You don't seem too happy about it. It's neither good nor bad. I don't quite understand it either. Well, even if it is your house, it's been 8 years, right? I can understand if you're feeling strange. It'll probably feel like someone else's house for a while. I wonder if that's so. I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Well, I'm a bit relaxed, since I've always got a refuge at your place. Yeah, right. My house is no refuge of yours. When you come over during the holidays, my sister treats you better than me. It's probably only because Arihiko has terrible behavior, but I refrain from telling him that in the interest of preventing the conversation from getting any worse. To be honest, it's not pleasant to have my home raised as a topic of conversation. Wow, you two certainly get along well, Senpai peers at Arihiko and me. No way! Me and Tono will never help each other, no matter how much trouble we're in. In other words, we're enemies. But... Amen!
Oh, what?
What is that word?
I have no fucking clue.
Mademoiselle.
I think it has to do with Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle?
I don't know. Mademoiselle? No. Mademoiselle. That's what I'll say.
Mademoiselle. Okay.
I don't know that word.
Arihiko says in a fed-up tone.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm getting pretty fed up myself with his pseudo-foreignerisms too. But your relationship is so good that Tono-kun has stayed over your house before, right? Does that mean you get along really well?
Mademoiselle is the actual...
Mademoiselle?
Refers to a young French woman.
Interesting. You're wrong. That damn Tono is too reserved toward his parents, and he'd come over to my place every vacation. He's reserved toward them because we're taking care of him. That's why he comes over to my place, where we conveniently have an empty room. Since he looks pretty decent, my sister took a liking to him, and he shamelessly comes to stay with us without paying a cent. Arihiko's fist trembles as if to say, unforgivable. Taking care, Tono-kun? Arihiko clamps a hand over his mouth. Sorry, I should have thought before I spoke. It's okay. You didn't say anything bad. I continue eating my food without looking at Arihiko. Really? Yeah, you're right. If you complained about that, you'd be in for some punishment. Arihiko nods to himself in agreement. His overwhelming optimism is something I'm truly envious of. I'm sorry, Tono. Did you not get along with your previous family? Oh. No, that's not it. He has no problem with the Arimas. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. He has no problem with the Arimas. Oh, the Arimas were the family who took care of him. They're really nice people, and from what I could tell, they're a happy family. Even so, he refused to be their adopted kid, and he escaped to my place every vacation. Sheesh, just what were you not satisfied with anyway? There's nothing I wasn't satisfied about. It's just that I've received so much from them already, I didn't want to be a further burden on them. I finished my rice as a reply. Now only the curry udon is left. It's okay, senpai. Sorry for making you listen to something so boring. Not at all. I'm sorry for asking you something so strange. Sorry. She forces herself to look cheerful. The topic might be fine for a long-time friend like Arihiko, but a complex matter like this would only have been troublesome for senpai. To prove my point, senpai sits there uneasily. Senpai, sorry, but I've got something private to talk to Tono about. Would you mind leaving? Arihiko has no problems making such an offensive request. Isn't that phrase an direct way of saying, we don't want you, senpai, so get lost? What do you think you're saying? We can discuss those things anywhere. And senpai is still finishing her lunch. Despite all the talking with Arihiko, senpai's finished her rice anyway. No, I understand. Well, then I'll be leaving. Senpai lowers her head in a quick bow and leaves. Only Arihiko and I remain at the table. I sigh. Well, it looks like senpai was having a hard time too, so it was for the best. But you were really pushing it there, Arihiko. Well, it's not like I had a choice. Anyways, I guess I'll take the role of a guy she ends up disliking. Arihiko slurps away his Chikara udon. Seems it's gone cold while we were talking. Sorry, you were trying to hit on senpai, weren't you? Of course. She's probably the #1 girl at our school. But if she's the type to care about something like that, then she's not worth it. Oh yeah, I really do have something to talk to you about in private. Arihiko's voice turns serious. I split my chopsticks with a snap and begin to eat my udon. What's wrong? Why so serious all of a sudden? I'll let you know that right now I don't...
Why so serious?
Why so serious?
It's unfortunate Coker isn't here right now.
No Coker. From today onwards, I'm gonna be living life as a penniless student. It's not that, damn it. What I want to know is this. What's really going on with you, Tono? What do you mean? You've been in the Arima since primary school, right? I don't know why, but it's been 8 years already. Your dad has basically disinherited you. Why is he calling you back all of a sudden? I see. In his own strange way, Arihiko is worried about me. He doesn't disinherit me. He just kicked me out of the house somehow. Tono, if there was ever a family that kicked their kid out of the house somehow, that's not a tragedy, it's a comedy. Oh, it's a party joke, but it's so boring, it's not funny. Arihiko spreads his arms and shrugs. Yeah, I guess you're right. If you get kicked out of the house, all you can really do is laugh. And then you said some cliche line like, never step foot in this house again or something, right? It's what people would call disinheritance. Come to think of it, I never heard why you were disinherited. Who knows? It's something I'd like to know too. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. Grabbing his bowl with both hands, Arihiko drains what is left of his chikara udon. Lunchtime is short. Following Arihiko, I decide to quickly finish my curry. Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on, I wasn't here. Skip.
Get out my
Yes, I'm staying in school for a little longer. You haven't seen that yet.
As soon as I step out in the hallway, I run into a familiar face. Huh? What's up, senpai? Do you have some business here at the second-year classrooms? Yes, business with a second-year student, to be precise. Ciel senpai approaches with a smile. Listen, I have some nice snacks here, but no one to talk to. It would be a waste to eat them all by myself, so I came to catch an idle-looking person to talk to. Someone to talk to, but there's no one left in the classroom. It's the same with all the other classes, too. You don't usually come to second-year classrooms anyway, do you? You're the lower floor, right? If she wanted someone to talk to, aren't there plenty of third-year classmates she could talk to? She really didn't need to come all the way up here. Shouldn't you think about asking your third-year classmates? Conversation would probably be better. Yes, but today I'm in the mood to talk to younger guys. Please don't ask for a reason, it's just on a whim. Well, I won't ask. I probably won't be able to understand it even if she told me. Senpai's smile disappears as she stares into my face. Are you free right now, Tono? Well, if having nothing to do means I'm free, then I'm definitely free. Senpai grabs hold of my sleeve. Well then, you are now caught. Let's go have some tea. Senpai invites me with a smile. There's no reason for me to decline the offer, and besides, it should be fun talking with her. Sure, I'll come along if it's okay with you. Then it's decided. Alright, let's go. Still holding my sleeve, she begins walking down the hall with a light gait. Gait? Wow, our school has a room like this? Could it be for the tea ceremony club? Yes, it's a tea ceremonies club room for now. Seems like it hasn't been used up until I came, though. Senpai steps onto the tatami mat and starts preparations with a rattling noise. A club room, huh? If that's the case, won't the other club members be coming? Be bad for an outsider like me to be here, right? It's okay. It may be the tea ceremony club, but there aren't any other members except for me. Thanks to that, I can use it freely during break time and after school. Here we go. Smiling, Senpai begins spreading the cushions. Tea is tea, but it looks like this is going to be a serious tea ceremony. To be honest, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I don't have the slightest clue what to do. What are you talking about? I only know up to the pouring bit myself. With that blunt reply, Senpai put the teapot, some cups, and some tea cakes onto a plate. We're just going to have a casual conversation, so there's no need to be so formal. Isn't any fun that way, is it? Smiling softly, Senpai pours tea into her own cup. I just don't get you. Mumbling, I pour my own tea. I slurp some, picking up the tea cake and putting it in my mouth. I sip again at the tea. I was never involved with it, but the Arima family is a prominent tea ceremony family. Being raised in a household like that, I'm used to drinking tea and doing nothing. Senpai looks at me with a somewhat troubled expression. What's wrong? You look a bit unhappy. Eh? I was just a little surprised at how calm you were about all of this, Tono. Really? Well, my family's a strict one, so I'm used to these kind of things. More importantly, didn't you have something you wanted to talk to me about? I do. In the continuation of what we were talking about during lunch. What were we talking about during lunch? You mean about my family? Senpai nods to indicate a yes. If you don't mind, I would like to hear more about it. I was curious about it since we stopped halfway. It's not that I mind, but hearing about my family isn't very interesting. It'd be a waste of time. I don't mind if it's not interesting, I just want to hear about it. You sure are eccentric, senpai. Maybe I am. Alright then, let's continue from before. You said you moved to your home. What did you mean by that? Senpai asked full of curiosity. Well, the conversation this afternoon must have been pretty fragmented for Senpai, since she didn't know any of the circumstances. Let's see. Basically, I'm a guy who's been disinherited. I was seriously injured after being caught up in a traffic accident when I was 9 years old. The injuries themselves have somehow healed, but after that I easily collapsed from anemia and threw up my food. That's why I was entrusted to my relatives, the Arimas, while I was recuperated. So in other words, the Arimas have been your parents who raised you since you were 9, correct? That's right. I know my old man hated me for some reason, and once I had been entrusted to Arimas, I would never go back home. Go back to the Tono mansion, that is. That's why, well, I thought I'd just continue to live as a son of the Arimas forever. That's what I thought, but my old man kicked the bucket recently. That's when they told me to return to the mansion now that my old man is no longer there, and I finally agreed. And that pretty much is my domestic situation. I end my story like that. Ciel Senpai gives a little nod silently. Maybe I just ask one more thing? Sure, if I can answer it. Go ahead. Alright, then I'll ask. Did you dislike your previous family? My previous family, the Arimas who had raised me as my parents? My mother and father who weren't my real parents in the unfamiliar building which without a doubt was home to strangers, but completely regardless of that. No, I liked them. They were people who didn't care I wasn't related to them by blood. They were so warm to me that I felt bad about being depressed all by myself, and for them to love me no matter what, I didn't think it was a bad thing. I was loved by these people, so I soon, even one day sooner, I had to truly become family to them. I've been telling myself those words since I was young, since a very, very long time ago. Over and over I swore till I would practically pass out. Just like Arihiko said, I didn't have a single complaint about the Arima family. They treated me well, and I think I responded to their affection too. Between us, even though I knew we were just playing at being family, even if it was all just an act, I didn't feel any pain. No, I was happy instead. In a way, I considered the Arima parents and me to be the ideal nuclear family. But it was no good, was it? Yeah, despite everything, there was a line I couldn't cross. This isn't your real family. No matter what I did, I couldn't get those words out of my head. I know I should have been ignoring it, but I just couldn't do it. I don't know if you call it a childhood experience, but it had already become like a curse to me. Somehow, no matter where I was, I felt like a stranger to my family. Senpai is silent. Avoiding my gaze, she huddles her shoulders apologetically. See? It was boring after all, right? So I said it would be a waste of time. No, that's not true. It's a very meaningful story. Senpai forces a smile to try and diffuse the situation. But it was a little surprising, because I had thought of you as an easygoing person. And, well, I basically am a pretty easygoing person. It's my personal philosophy to enjoy the present as much as possible. People are happier enjoying as what to come, rather than being concerned about what happened before, right? Well, actually, that was an opinion I had inherited from Arihiko. Enjoy what is to come? That sounds nice. Senpai sips her tea with a very gentle smile. I follow Senpai's example and place my lips on the cup. With a slurp, the bitter tea washes down my throat with just a hint of sweetness. Okay, so this is the long, Amen?
Yeah. What? Yeah. You can just skip this.
Okay.
Skip.
No.
About my little sister Akia, and then you'll have another skip. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Skip. Yes. Yes. This time, try a different one instead of going to Kawaku's room. You can either's fine. Stay in your own room, I guess.
Stress from dinner, I loosen my shoulders. I stretch out as far as I can and then collapse onto the bed. Man, even deader is hard work. Well, it's not like the knife and fork are really heavy. It's just that Akia's gaze is really severe. Are you there, Shiki? I can hear Hisui's voice along with a knock at the door. Yeah, I'm here. Come in. Excuse me. Hisui enters with a bow. I have come to make the bed. You may not enjoy watching it, so would you mind relaxing in the sitting room for a while? No, I don't mind watching. I'll just behave myself in the corner, so go ahead and do your job without minding me. Bouncing up from the bed, I move into the corner. Hisui looks like she wants to say something, but thinks better of it and silently begins to make the bed. Hisui, yes? What is it, Shiki? Oh, you can keep making the bed. There's no need for you to stand up so straight. Hisui doesn't answer. It seems like she's had a servant education drummed into her. Please, just talk to me while you work. I'm beginning to feel bad because it seems like I'm interfering with your work. If you say so, Shiki, then I will comply. Hisui silently returns to making the bed. Is it true that curfew here is 7? Oh, yes. The main gate is locked at 7. Hisui CG! The main gate is locked at 7, and all the entrances to the mansion are to be locked at 8. It is also a rule that one must try not to go walking around in the mansion after 10. Not even walking around? Well, I mean, I've got no complaint with that, but isn't that kind of harsh? Aki and I aren't children, so I don't think you have to go that far. Indeed, it is a rule, however, so please abide by it. You are aware of the recent disturbances at night, are you not, Shiki? Yeah, that vampire thing Arihiko was talking about. Well, as long as something like that is happening, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Do you have any other questions? Hisui finishes spreading the sheets and turns around to face me. Let's see. I have all sorts of questions, but I know nothing about Hisui and Kohaku. Do you mind if I ask an off-topic question? Yes, what is it? I'd like to know what kind of work you and Kohaku-san do around here. I'm here to serve your needs, and my sister Kohaku is to serve the lady Akiya-sama. In our spare time, we do the maintenance chores around the mansion. Is there anything more you would like to know? To serve. So that's what it is after all. My shoulders suddenly feel heavier. It seemed completely natural to Akiya when he said it, but I'm nothing more than a normal high school student. I have no interest in having a girl close to my age serving me, at least for now. By serving me, you mean you're a personal servant? Yes. Please do not hesitate to ask anything of me. Well, I get it. Going by how Akiya was talking about you, it doesn't seem like I can dismiss you, so I'll just obediently let you serve me. Is there anything in particular that you would like? Nothing in particular, but could you stop calling me Shiki-sama? To be honest, I get chills down my back when I hear it. But Shiki, you are my master. That's what I'm saying I hate. I've been living a normal life up until yesterday. I have no desire to start living a life where a girl my age addresses me with Sama. I see. Just call me Shiki, and in exchange I'll call you Hisui. Let's do away with the formalities and be more casual with each other. Still expressionless, Hisui lowers her eyebrows as if she's being troubled. But you're my employer. It's not like I'm hiring you. You're the one doing things I can't, so you're the great one. I see. Hisui gives another unenthusiastic reply. It looks like I won't be able to talk her into it just one day. Anyhow, that's how it is. Don't be so formal towards me. I'll be grateful if you tell that to your sister Kohaku, too. Very well, as you say, Shiki. Expressionless, Hisui bows her head. She completely failed to understand. I will be leaving now. Please rest now for tonight. Bowing, Hisui puts her hand on the doorknob. Oh, I forgot to ask something. Hold on for a second. Running towards the door, I put my hand on Hisui's shoulder before she leaves. In an instant, Hisui's arm pushes away my arm with incredible momentum. With a whack, she slaps my hand away and leaps back. It's so sudden that the only thing I can say. Hisui is expressionless, but she glares at me fiercely. Did I just do something wrong? I'm very sorry. Hisui's voice sounds very nervous. I'm not used to being touched. Please forgive me. Hisui's shoulders are faintly trembling. I feel like I did something really terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize without thinking. I don't understand why myself. I just feel sorry for Hisui and lower my head. Hisui says nothing. I get the feeling her stare is calm again. You have nothing to apologize for, Shiki. I'm the one to blame. No, well, maybe, but I scratch my head. Hisui stares at me, pausing only to blink for a second. What was it that you wanted to ask me, Shiki? That's right. I stopped Hisui because I wanted to ask her something. Oh, I wanted to ask about Akiya. Doesn't she go to a boarding school? That was only during male school, Shiki. From this year onwards, Akiya has special permission to attend school from home. You mean she goes to school from here? Yes, but it is uncommon for her to come home before dusk like today. Akiya-sama has practice up until dinner, so she is always home before 7. Practice? Practice what? Today is Thursday, so she would have had violin practice. Huh? Usually she is able to return before dinner on weekdays, so if you have anything to say to Akiya-sama, please let Nissan know after dinner. Hisui bows to say goodbye and leaves the room. Violin practice. What on earth is that? She's not some upper-class lady or anything, so why would she have to do something as bothersome as... Oh wait, she is an upper-class lady. Yes, come to think of it, my sister Tono Akiya is a natural-born upper-class lady. My memory, she was always the obedient, ever uneasy sister constantly following me around. As a child, she was always quiet, never even having the courage to express her own desires. She was a frail girl who would always live in fear of scolding from her father. Yeah, people do really change after 8 years. After 8 years, I've become the me I am now. Akiya has become the person she is now, too. 8 years is a long time. It's half of our lives up until now. I was absent from this mansion during that vital period where a child becomes an adult. I'm sorry, Akiya. I think things would have been better if I had been with her during those 8 years. I unknowingly mumbled an apology. So for myself, I lie on my bed. This house from 8 years ago, my blood relative from 8 years ago. I feel it feels a little like they belong to someone else. I wonder what's going to happen to me now. Grumbling to no one in particular, I fall asleep. Awoo! I hear the wave-like sound of something's voice.
This again.
Awoo! Something is howling.
Oh.
It's too sharp and high-pitched to be a stray dog. Awoo! It echoes in my eardrums. It is howling at a moon? Awoo! This doesn't feel right. The beastly howling is beginning to give me a headache. Awoo! Doesn't stop. Awoo! 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 Just shut
Oh.
up already. I wake up. I can hear the sound of a dog barking outside the window. The clock indicates it is just past 11. This is more than just a neighborhood nuisance. Damn, I can't sleep like this. The dog's howling comes from somewhere near the mansion's fence. It doesn't seem I can go back to sleep at this rate. Alright, I'm gonna skip this.
Yeah. Cause I just wanna greet Akiha. Yeah.
Hey,
You're
good
not on the
morning,
next
Akia. Good morning, Nissan. In contrast to my hurried entrance, Akia is perfectly calm. Good morning, Shiki. If you're looking for breakfast, it's ready in the dining hall, so please eat up. Kawaku-san greets me with a warm smile in contrast to Akia's coolness. Ah, thank you very much. It looks like you're having your after-meal tea. Have you already finished breakfast, Akia? Of course. I don't care to know when you get up, Nissan, but please at least allow time for breakfast. Having breakfast after 7 is a sign of sloppiness. I think having breakfast at 7 is pretty normal. What time do you get up, Akia? I get up at 5 in the morning. What about it? Wow. I don't know why she gets up so early, but it was so perfect a time to get up that I have no room to retort. Besides, your school is 30 minutes from here on foot, is it not? Please don't be late to a school that's so close by. It would be embarrassment. Aki's words are filled with thorns that stab at me. But, as it's the truth, I once again have no room to make any counter-argument. Ah, jeez. I couldn't help it. It was so noisy last night that I couldn't get to sleep. Ah, I see. You must not be used to used to your room yet, having just returned. Well, I'll let you out the hook this time. No, it's not because I'm used to the room, but at any rate, those street dogs last night were really noisy. It wasn't because of the room, but it was because of them. Skip.
Yeah, okay.
When morning lessons are over, it's lunch break, and Arihiko's has gone on ahead to the cafeteria. Now, where should I have my lunch?
Go to the tea ceremony room. That'll be a Ciel point.
Okay. I guess I'll go take a look in this tea ceremony room. I'm sure Senpai said something yesterday after class about having lunch there. If Senpai is there, maybe I can talk with her while having lunch. Most importantly, I enjoy having lunch with Senpai, and also I'm worried about the news story from this morning. Alright, gotta strike where the iron's hot and all. I head off to the tea ceremony room before Arihiko notices my plan. I knock on the tea ceremony room door. After a brief wait, the door creaks open and Senpai pokes out her head. Huh? Tono? Puzzled, Senpai tilts her head. She doesn't seem annoyed, but it seems like she really doesn't understand why I came here. Would you like to have lunch together, Senpai? Looking at the bread I purchased at the cafeteria, I tell her why I'm here. Lunch? I'm happy to hear you ask me, but... Senpai thinks it over, looking troubled. Things don't look good. It seems Senpai isn't very interested. I guess I've got no choice. I decide to employ a little strategy. I have curry bread. Eh? Senpai's face becomes bright and cheerful.
Curry.
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 Curry. I had a feeling
Curry
about this from
fiend.
yesterday's lunch, but I'm amused at her reaction. I'll give you this in thanks for yesterday's lunch, so why not we eat together? Yes, please. I've just put the tea on.
All you gotta do is mention curry.
All you gotta do is give her curry. Yes, please.
Anything curry related.
I've just put the tea on. Senpai hastily vanishes inside. Following her, I enter the tea ceremony room. As I enter, it becomes obvious why Senpai was hesitating back then. On top of the tatami mat is already an empty lunchbox. It seems like Senpai has long since finished eating her lunch. Tono, would you like green or English tea? Eh? Green tea, please. More importantly, have you already finished? Yes, just a little while ago. I slept in this morning, so I didn't have any breakfast, and I was hungry all morning. It was terrible. I see. Well, you don't have to force yourself to accompany me. Sorry for intruding on you. I'll eat in the classroom, so please take your time relaxing. Eh? You mean you're not gonna give me any bread? Senpai's sorrow seemed to resound from the bottom of her heart. No, I mean,
I
you must be
want
full,
curry
right?
bread.
No,
Curry bread, by the
I'm
way, is
hungry.
just bread with curry in it. Like, no joke. It's just bread stuffed with curry.
It doesn't appear she's saying this to make me feel better. Really? Well, I'll be intruding then. Is this really okay with you? The bread from our cafeteria really has volume, you know. No need to worry. If it's food I like, then I can eat limitless amounts of it. That's
AKA
best,
curry.
including curry. It's like give her 10 bowls of curry and she'll eat all of it.
She'll eat all of it. Every single bit of curry.
They'll all be, like, licked clean.
Literally.
That
You won't need to
bashful
put them in
smile-
the dishwasher.
Yeah. That bashful smile is probably is most probably not from shyness, but from anticipation of the curry bread. She is a woman of many mysteries. Someone who could be so happy over one curry bread in this day and age could be quite precious. Senpai eats one while I have two, and we have tea afterwards. Kneeling on top of the mat, Senpai and I casually sip our tea. It would have been great if it wasn't during lunchtime at school, but that's life. How is your new house, Tono? Seems something terrible happened this morning. Yeah. Well, the inside of the house is really fancy, but there are these really noisy stray dogs at night. I guess it's also bad that there's no TV in Japanese-style rooms, so there's nowhere to drink tea like this. What, a stray dog? You mean what happened at your house wasn't related to the serial killings? I don't really know. There's this really high wall all the way around our mansion, and they said they found bloodstains there. But listen, that's where I saw the stray dog last night. I couldn't say it. Well, anyhow, it's got nothing to do with us. Let's stop talking about unpleasant topics. Now we finally got an opportunity to relax. Not at all. We're residents of this town, so I think the killings have to do something with us. Holding her cup in one hand, Senpai casts a serious gaze towards me. Yeah, I guess that's true, but you'll be okay if you don't go walking in the streets late at night, won't you? There's been 8 people killed so far already, right? That many victims. The police ought to catch the guy any day now. Geez, Shiki-kun, you don't have any sense of danger, do you? The newscasters have been saying the same thing since the 3rd victim was found, but they haven't caught him yet, have they? Well, that's true. It's just I can't really relate to it when they give such a stupid caption like the modern-day vampire. I'm sorry, I really did take it too lightly. We live in this town, so we've got to be careful, right? Yes. I'm glad you understand. Senpai smiles in a satisfied manner. But Senpai, why are they calling him a vampire anyway? Well, the blood was drained from all the bodies, right? Isn't that kind of like a vampire? You really think so? Isn't it said you become a vampire yourself once the vampire sucks your blood? These victims are all dead, with the corpses to prove it, so they don't really have to go calling him a vampire. Senpai laughs and nods. Do they really believe in things like vampires, Tono? Hey, now, I'm just saying that's how the news is presenting it. If there really were vampires, it wouldn't be any dead bodies left, just like I said earlier. Yes, you're right. But can't you think of it like this? The people who were found dead died because they couldn't become vampires. There are actually people who can and can't become vampires, and those who can become vampires who wouldn't show up as dead bodies after being attacked by one, because they're still alive somewhere. Haha, that's what you call a horror story. Yes, exactly. I'm sorry to say there's no punchline. Laughing, Senpai sips from her cup. While we are having a rambling conversation, lunchtime ends. Oh.
Okay.
This is the...
Meeting Arcwade, yes. And then, this is without a doubt reality brought by my own hands. This is the divergence that will fully send you down Ciel's route. Reality brought by my own hands.
But just what is wrong about it? Wrong. Wrong. I killed her. Is that fact wrong? I didn't kill her. Is that fact wrong? No, that's all totally wrong. That's wrong. No, that is wrong. I'm saying it's wrong. It can be. It just can't be. Wrong. Wrong. I don't know her. She's some stranger I saw walking down the street. See? Isn't that strange to you, Shiki? She's just a complete stranger. Why would I have to kill her? There is no answer to my screams. Besides, the reason is clear. From the moment I saw her, I can only think of one thing. Tonoshiki wanted to kill that girl. That's what I wanted to do back then. Just that, just that. It was all so muddy inside my head. I didn't put it in words. Wrong. I feel like throwing up. Ugh. The contents of my stomach rise. The crimson is soaking into my eyeballs. I dash out. I don't think even for a moment about how I might be seen or to hide the body. I just want to escape from here. Half crazed, I flee from the unfamiliar apartment. Ugh. My stomach acid rises in my throat. I throw everything back up. My food, my gastric juices, everything while I cry. There's nothing left in my stomach, but my body continues to force me to throw up as if trying to undo what had occurred and return me to my ordinary life. Pain. It hurts, like my insides are burning. The tears won't stop and my body collapses to the floor like a pile of garbage. Uh, I keep crying. I killed someone. I killed her without reason, without mercy. Like breaking apart a doll. What was it all about? Why I felt like that? Why I killed her? Even now I can't find a reason. It's a lie. It's too odd to be true. That thing just happened might not be real. So this is just one of those dreams I have when I faint. It's a lie. Because besides, how can someone else like that with just a knife? I read in a book once. It takes a whole day of strenuous labor to cut someone up, even when using a saw. That's why there's no way I could have possibly done such a thing with just a knife. These lines never existed in the first place. Everything was just an illusion I had fallen for. It's a lie. Ugh. Gastric juice drips over my lips, passing out of my mouth, dripping down my jaw. Mixed with the juices is something red. My throat is probably bleeding because my stomach keeps trying to throw up even when there's nothing left in there. Oh, it hurts. That's why this isn't a dream, and I'm just lying to myself. Yes, actually, I understand everything. I lusted after her. Just looking at her aroused me. When I cut her apart, it was so thrilling. I almost Damn. These eyes, too. If I knew these lines could cut things apart like paper being shredded, I could have understood that even a person can be easily cut apart, just like I did to her. I lived a normal life without even thinking about something like that. If I really am the sort of dangerous person who would easily kill about anything, then I should have put out these eyes or lived a life without seeing anyone. I'm sorry, Sensei. I'm so sorry. Not even the simple promise was I able to keep. But I don't care about myself. I killed that person. That person's life up until now. The people around that person, the future that person dreamed of, everything destroyed by a stranger. Even if I regret it, it cannot be forgiven. Even if I apologize, I cannot be forgiven. Have I gone insane? I don't know. There isn't even a trace of that impulse left. But if that impulse came again, what will happen to me? The thought of holding back never crossed my mind. I did not even consider trying to stop myself. Killed this girl. If it had seemed like the obvious thing to do, and I went through with it, and there's nothing I can do, then the answer is simple. I must be insane. I've probably been mad since 8 years ago when I miraculously came back to life from a fatal accident. I'm cold. The sun has gone down without me noticing. What time is it now? I can't tell. My eardrums are filled with noise like a static TV. Static, static, static. The sound doesn't stop. It's terribly cold. If I stay sitting down on the bench like this, I think I'm going to die. Static, static, static. I don't feel anything. I don't care about that repeating noise or the freezing cold. My body is shivering. It may be due to the cold or the uneasiness or the fear of regret. I cannot tell which. I killed someone and I can't explain why I did it without any reason. What a joke. There's no reason. There's no way I can explain it. I killed her just because I felt like killing her. Such a reason is insanity. Yeah, it would be so easy if I was just insane, but my heart still remains sane. It's only because I'm still sane that I can feel this numbness. Static, static, static. The knife is still in my hand. Resolving this by killing myself, that's pretty easy, but I can't do it. I'm still sane, so I can't do it. My heart fears death, and somewhere in my heart I know that doing so will not settle this or atone for it. The noise continues. My body temperature continues to plummet. I can't kill myself, but if I leave things as they are, I'll disappear. Maybe that's for the best, even if a killer like me survives. If I just quickly die like this. Tono? Suddenly, my name is called. I raise my head. There's Senpai. It feels like decades since I saw her. What are you doing standing out here in the rain? Rain. Ah, I see. That static noise up until now was the sound of rain. No wonder it's cold. I can see now that I'm completely soaked and freezing. Oh, you don't even have an umbrella. You're going to catch a cold like that, Tono. Senpai's voice is so painful. It was only a few hours ago that I had last heard it, but now it sounds so distant. Tono? Can you hear me? Yeah. It wouldn't be so bad to catch a cold. Just reply without thinking. That won't do. You'll catch more than a cold with a rain like this, even if it is October. Her sentence cuts off as she touches me. How long have you been like this, Tono? You're so cold. Senpai pulls my arm and forces me up from the bench. I'll lend you my umbrella, so please hurry and go home and do something about your body. It'll really be a matter of life and death if you don't warm up quickly. Yeah, but I can't go home. I can't go anywhere ever again. I can't go home after doing something like that. I don't think there's anywhere left where I can rest anymore. Senpai stares at me. I see. Then let's go back to my room. It's closer than your house, so it's perfect. Senpai pulls me by my arm. I can't shake her off. I can't think about anything at the moment, and Senpai's warmth is the only certain thing in this world where everything feels numb. Senpai's room is a common one-room apartment in a two-story building. Just one really small cramped room in the size of a six tatami mat and one kitchen. As one might expect from Senpai, the room is a neat one. That trivial fact relaxes my numb nerves just a little. Here, please wipe yourself with this. She hands me a bath towel. Sorry, I don't have any clothes that fit you. Please just bear with this for a while. I'll go prepare something warm for you to drink right away. Senpai retreats to the kitchen. I'm left by myself in a neat room. I've never imagined coming into a girl's room like this. A girl's room. The room of a girl. A girl's room which I forced myself into and killed a girl in. I feel like throwing up. What am I doing here? In such a place. I have absolutely no right to receive Senpai's hospitality here. Thanks for waiting. Here you... Tono! You've got to wipe yourself down, quickly! Senpai scolds me as she begins to rub my head with the bath towel. See, your shirt is all soaked too. You've got to take it off. You might catch pneumonia like this. A very fierce-looking senpai undoes the buttons on my shirt. Suddenly, her fingers stop. Senpai takes a long, hard look at my chest. This is a healed wound, isn't it? She must be surprised to see the old wound on my chest. The burn-like marks on my... are right in the middle of my chest. She might be surprised at seeing them because she didn't know. Yeah, they're fine. It's already been 8 years. I see. Thank goodness. If this wound was the reason you're acting funny, I'd have to take you to the hospital right away. Senpai gives a faint, soft smile. A twinge. When I see her smiling face, my chest hurts. It's alright. I can do it by myself, so leave me alone. Okay, I'll bring you some tea then. Oh, if you take your shirt off, please use that sheet there and warm yourself. I wipe my trousers with the bath towel, but even so my trousers are still wet. The sheet is going to get soaked if I cover myself with it. I kick off my shirt and wrap the top half of my body with the towel. Are you finished wiping yourself? Let's have some tea. Senpai sits down holding a tea set. Please sit down too, Tono. I can't calm down with you standing up. I do as I'm told and sit down. Senpai pours some English tea and hands it to me. Neither of us say anything. Senpai drinks her English tea as if she doesn't notice my presence. Following Senpai's example, I drink some as well. It's hot. So hot that it hurts my tongue. The warmth puts a pulse into me. Feels like my heart, brain, and all other organs that stop begin to move a little again. Senpai says nothing. It's not long before the teacup is empty. Senpai naturally refills the cup again with more. I get the feeling that I have to say something. Tono. I recoil in shock. I'm going out for a bit. Can I count on you to look after the house? Yeah. That's fine. Alright then. I'll leave it up to you. I'll be right back, so don't do anything funny. I wonder how serious she is. Smiling as she speaks, Senpai leaves. I'm alone again. The warm something I felt up to a moment ago is quickly cooling down. Senpai didn't ask me anything. She takes a person like me into her room and looks after me like it's the natural thing to do, though I don't notice. The warmth of the tea, the neatness of the room. What is many, many times more comforting than those things is having someone beside me. My chest hurts. A little while ago I preferred to be alone, feeling nothing, but now I become uneasy just by her absence. I want to scream like I've gone crazy. What arrogance! I'm a murderer, after all. I don't have any right to Senpai's kindness, but I'm selfishly waiting Senpai to quickly come home. I'm home, Tono. Thanks for looking after the place. Senpai? Seems Senpai's bought all sorts of things. There are several plastic bags hanging from her pants. Let's see. Please wear this for now. It's cheap, but it's better than wet clothing. By the way, the bath should be about ready by now. You should feel a bit better after relaxing in there for a while. Eh? Senpai neatly repairs everything. My change of clothes a bath. This person is. Even though there's no need to do so for a person like me. It's okay, Senpai. I'm going home. I can't cause you any more. What are you saying, Tono? You said you can't go home, right? I've already bought food for two, so please take responsibility. Responsibility? Senpai, please warm yourself up, eat dinner, and get yourself together before you go home. If you just go home with a face like that, it'll be so worried I won't be able to go to sleep. My chest hurts. Happiness. I'm so happy about to cry, but on the other hand, I'm in fear of her kindness. Why? Yes? What is it, Tono? Why do you go so far, Senpai? I don't have any right to be treated kindly by you. I killed someone. I can't have someone taking care of me. I'm hopeless. I made a very big mistake just then, and I ran away without taking responsibility. I was even considering just dying. I'm trying to cling on to Senpai. That sin, the life I took with my own hands. I'm trying to make it something that didn't happen in my mind. The mistake I made is unforgivable. No, I don't think it should be forgiven. That's why I'm hopeless. I have no right to be treated well by you here, Senpai. Seems you're convinced that you're a bad person, Tono. Seems you're Senpai grasps the truth lying deep within me. But that just shows you have no confidence in your own actions. You know you made a mistake, but you don't understand whether it's good or bad. That's why you have no choice but to drive yourself into a corner until things become clear to you. No, I don't know. But yeah, I am taking in the fact that I did it. Yeah, I still don't understand why. I killed someone and that makes me a bad person. Maybe I've just been forcing myself into the role of a villain as I try to confirm where my sin lies. I don't know what your mistake is, and to put it bluntly, I don't care. You say you have no right to kindness, but that's just your point of view. I'm not being kind to you for your sake, so please don't worry about it. Well, I mean, I'm doing this because I want to. It has nothing to do with your circumstances. It may be a bother to you, but please just think of yourself as having been caught up by a mean-spirited senpai and give up. Saying this, Senpai smiles. That self-protective faint smile. I can hear the sound of rain. In the end, I couldn't shake off Senpai's kindness after all. She lets me use the bath and prepares pajamas for me. She treats me to dinner and lets me to bed because it's raining outside and I'm about to go to sleep like this. My throat feels blocked. Senpai is taking care of me so much my senses feel numb. During dinner, she spoke cheerfully like she always does. She raised all the usual topics about school, about the many shops in the business district, and so on. And although I couldn't give her even one proper answer every time I responded, I felt a little bit of myself coming back. Right now, I'm sleeping in Senpai's bed, and I can't stop thinking about Senpai who's sleeping on the floor. What a turn of events. I killed someone only hours ago, and now I'm getting excited like a normal student. My senses really do feel numb. I didn't think I could ever be showered in happiness like this ever again. I can't sleep, so I just look around. I don't know what I should do next. I can hear the sound of the downpour outside. You're going to be late tomorrow if you don't hurry up and sleep, Tono. Senpai, you're awake? Yes, I can't sleep until you do. I am a girl after all. I'm sorry. I'll sleep in the kitchen then. Oh, how many times do I have to tell you? You've got a cold, so you can't sleep in a place like the kitchen. It's alright, so just please hurry up and forget your unpleasant thoughts so you can go to sleep. Unpleasant thoughts? It's impossible. It's not something I can forget. It's something I shouldn't forget. Whatever the reason, I killed someone. To forget about the person I killed would be a sin deep beyond imagination. No, I can't just gloss over my sins, Senpai. I can't forget about them. I won't try to. But thanks. You really helped me with all sorts of things today. I really might have died if I stayed like that. That would be running away. If I really think I had made a mistake, I shouldn't deny it. Sins, you say? Seems like a mistake is something unimaginable for me. Senpai speaks in a cheerful voice like she's telling a joke. But there's no such thing as a human who doesn't commit sin. It's not like the world is divided into sinners and the innocent. As long as you're alive, you'll make mistakes. It's sad, but it's unavoidable. To live is to be worn down. We are only beings who influence other things while we fade away ourselves. What? Then you're saying we're beyond salvation? I don't like that story about how everyone makes mistakes. Yes, I guess we can't be saved if that were the case. But you can atone for your sins. There are only people who can and cannot atone for their sins. I think that's beyond salvation are those who cannot atone for their sins. For some reason, Senpai's voice sounds very sad. But you can atone for your sins, Tono. I don't know what kind of mistake you've made, but you're the kind of person who can atone for your sins. If you're too worried to sleep, then just think about how you intend to live and atone for your sins from now on. It's a really hard thing to come up with, so your brain is sure to tire out and you'll fall right asleep. I don't know how serious she is, as she seems to be throwing jokes into the mix. I can atone for my sins, huh? But, senpai, my mistake is definitely one that can't be atoned for. That's something I can say for sure. Ah, that's right. No matter what form it takes, sin cannot be atoned for. If you injure someone, the sin is not gone, yet even if you heal the wound, is it? No matter how hard you try, you can't erase the mistakes you've made. I think atoning is not about the result, but about the process. That's what I mean by those who atone for and those who don't. That's why you're the kind of person who can atone for your sins. I don't understand. I'm a terrible person. I'm not the great person you think I am. I can easily see that. I was really moved just then. You have a terrible wound on your chest, right? Huh? Yes, but what about it? You must have had a serious accident to get a scar like that. Scars tend to distort your mind. A wound that size which doesn't disappear is a little out of the ordinary. But you're a very natural person. Anyone with that kind of wound who can live a normal life can be proud of his own strength. You must have had a very proper childhood. What's
Okay. Do.
Satisfied, Senpai concludes her musings and falls silent. I can hear her even breathing I can hear her even breathing if I strain my ears. Are you asleep, Senpai? There's no reply. I can only hear the sound of the rain from outside. Atone for my sins, huh? A punishment to fit the sin I had committed. I guess I'll find the body of the girl I had killed tomorrow, and there'll be a new serial killer story on the news. I can't even begin to count the things I'll lose when that happens. It'll be trouble for Akia for sure, and I'll never be able to talk to Senpai like this again. But if that would atone for my sin, then I have no choice but to accept it. If I can atone for my sin with that, then there might be salvation somewhere. Ha! I feel a little sleepier. I don't know about tomorrow. I don't know, but if I can be forgiven, until the moment my sin is discovered, until the moment I'm confronted with my sin, I wish I could keep living this kind of life.
Is that
Flump!
the day end?
No, not yet. Flump! Shh!
Oh,
There's a noise coming from
music
nearby.
stopped.
I don't feel like waking up at all, but I lazily open my eyes in reaction to the noise. Senpai is changing. It's still the middle
Don't
of the
worry,
night.
there's no sex here. There's no sex
I
in
know.
18 plus scenes. That doesn't happen for a while.
It's still in the middle of the night. There's no light coming in from the window. Maybe the rain stopped. It's very quiet now. Somebody's taking off her clothes. What a shame. If I wasn't such in a deep state of regret over the murder I've committed or half asleep, I would be able to fully appreciate how sexy she looks. Right now, though, my head doesn't seem to function properly. Senpai's eyes look lifeless. More importantly, there's something strange. What is that? There are odd bruises on her arms. No, those aren't bruises, more like tattoos. There's something not right about this. I feel
Oh
sleepy
my
again.
god,
I
lag.
think a lot of things are cluttered around Senpai's feet, but that's it. I fall into a deep sleep.
My ping's fine, so I think it's gotta be on your side.
Okay, well,
Okay, that's the day end. So we'll save there. Um, we're basically on her route now,
okay.
which is a good accomplishment for the first episode of her route. So go to the save and go to the menu.
Okay.
You're also lagging a lot, so your screen share. Okay, let's discuss Dawson. So, as you could tell, a lot of scenes were just repeat scenes, but slightly different.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the new Ciel scenes, but like there aren't a lot. Uh,
Yeah.
we should use the tea room one, I think, or should we use the tea room? What do you want to use? The ones that were this episode were for the thumbnail. The ones this episode were the bra one, the tea room one, and the repairing fence.
I think this one might work really well.
Alright, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, before we even make the thumbnail, let's just discuss the episode. Dawson, what happened?
We learned that we saw the like bruises or tattoos on her body, Because we already know that she's from the church or something.
Yeah.
No.
Not a lot happened. This
Not a lot happened. We were
this
just
is-
like talking with
This is
Ciel.
getting
about-
we were talking with Ciel a lot, and then we like were vomiting and ejaculating or whatever in the middle of nowhere while it was raining, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?
What you doing? Anyways.
What you doing, pal?"
I think that's it for today's episode.
Yeah, starting
guys
Ciel's
later.
route.